My brother found the unsigned custody papers on my laptop and thought they were for his kid. I haven't slept right since he realized who they were actually for. He burst into my apartment at 6 a.m., waving my laptop like evidence in a murder trial. What the hell is this? His hands were shaking. You trying to take Olivia from me? I'd left my laptop at Mom's house 3 days ago after helping her sort through bills. Should have encrypted the files. Should have hidden them better. Should have done a lot of things differently. The custody petition was right there on screen. Dated, notarized, just missing my signature. He'd found it while borrowing my computer to print his resume for some job interview he hadn't mentioned. Danny, I can explain. Explain what? That you've been planning this behind my back? His voice cracked. I knew you thought I was a bad father, but going to court? Filing papers? I stood there in my kitchen, coffee halfway to my mouth, trying to figure out where to even start. Those aren't— Don't lie to me. I saw the date. You filed this 2 weeks ago. Just listen. No, you listen. He slammed the laptop down on my counter. I know the divorce was messy. I know I work long hours, but Olivia is happy. She's doing great in school. Her teacher said she's thriving. Here's what he didn't know. Those papers weren't for his daughter. They were for our mom. 6 months ago, I discovered she'd been diagnosed with early onset dementia. She made me promise not to tell him. Said he had enough stress with the divorce, with raising Olivia alone, with trying to keep his head above water at work. She didn't want to be another burden, but her episodes were getting worse. In February, she called me at 2 a.m. asking where Dad was. Dad's been dead for 7 years. In March, she forgot she was supposed to pick up Olivia from dance class. Left my niece standing outside the studio for 40 minutes until I got the panicked call. Last week, she left the stove on with a pot of soup boiling, walked out to get the mail and forgot completely. By the time her neighbors smelled smoke and called 911, the kitchen was destroyed. The fire marshal said she was lucky to be alive. That's when I contacted the lawyer. That's when I started the paperwork, because someone had to. I grabbed the laptop from where he'd slammed it and scrolled down to page 4, where it listed the ward's name in bold letters. His face went white. Mom has— He couldn't finish the sentence. Early onset, diagnosed in October. How long have you known? Since March. She didn't want you to worry. He just stood there, staring at the screen. I watched him read through the medical documentation I'd attached. The neurologist's report, the incident logs, the statement from her neighbor about finding her wandering the parking lot at midnight in her nightgown, asking for someone named Patricia. There is no Patricia. She called you in March. His voice was flat now. That's why you suddenly started coming to Sunday dinners again. Yeah. And the kitchen fire? Last Tuesday. Jesus Christ. He sat down hard on one of my kitchen chairs. She seemed fine at Olivia's birthday party. She's good at hiding it. For now. He was quiet for a long time, just scrolling through the documents. Page after page of medical records, insurance forms, financial statements showing she'd been paying bills twice or forgetting them entirely. You should have told me. His voice was barely a whisper. She asked me not to. I'm her son too. I know. I could have helped. You had Olivia, the divorce, your job hanging by a thread after you took all that time off. So you just decided to handle it alone? I didn't have an answer for that, because the truth is, I'd been protecting him the same way Mom protected both of us our whole lives. She worked double shifts when Dad got sick so we wouldn't have to drop out of college. She never told us how bad the medical bills were, how close we came to losing the house, and maybe that was the problem. Maybe we learned too well from her. He finally looked up at me, eyes red. The hearing's in 3 weeks, I said. I was going to tell you after it was finalized. What happens then? She moves in with me. I become her legal guardian, make medical decisions when she can't. And you were just going to do this yourself. I didn't want to drag you into it. He stood up, grabbed his jacket. For a second, I thought he was leaving, walking out, but he turned back at the door. I'm coming to the hearing, he said, and we're doing this together. We got joint custody. Mom lives with him now. Olivia wanted her grandmother close. Some mornings she still remembers everything.